If you're looking to maintain your weight during the holidays, it is better to start now, be ahead of the game come January.
Dr. Spencer Berry's here. He's going to give us some tips on how you can maintain your weight during this holiday season. And the key is, I'm guessing, moderation. Doc, welcome back. Great to have you here.
Welcome. It's great to be here.
It's so easy during the holidays to go out there and just, you ever had those Mexican wedding cakes?
Ooh.
Like I could just eat.
Just pop them in your mouth one after the next.
Then you've got, cocktails around. So what's the key to showing up, having maybe a couple Mexican wedding cakes, but not the whole plate?
Well, the key is to enjoy yourself. You're exactly right.
I love that.
You want to have fun. Absolutely. Life's a consumer event. And so you want to have fun and you want to enjoy, but the focus doesn't always have to be about food or drink. You got to remember, that's the people. Most of the time you're getting together, it's the people you're going to be with, whether it's family, friends, and yes, food, drink, be it non-alcoholic or alcoholic, is going to be part of that in general. But if you're more conscious of it, it's the mindset going in. The idea that, hey, I'm there to have a good time. I haven't had a chance to see so-and-so in a long time. We're going to talk about things. So you get involved in the conversations. You get involved in what you're doing. Careful habit versus hunger. Most of the time it's just kind of habit. If there's something there, I might want to just sit. And generally those are things like chips, crackers, some of the, again, the sugars. Those are all carbohydrate, which then becomes blood sugar. Blood sugar is what pushes insulin, and insulin is the fat storage hormone. So a lot of the things that are being served this time of year are very highly refined sugars and carbs, which drive insulin, which drives fat production. And so when patients are trying to manage body weight, one of the best things they can do is actually journal, or actually keep a self-record, whether they do it electronically with an app or whether they do it with pen and paper. Studies are very good at showing that patients who do this, or folks who actually keep track of what they're eating during the holiday season, do a much better job of maintaining weight.
But to be fair, that's not realistic for a lot of people. So should I just start to really love deviled eggs? Is that the key, like more protein, fats, or what?
Yeah.
What
Well, deviled eggs are very good, and things like deviled eggs. That's going to have egg, male yolk. I mean, that's mostly fat and protein. So if you stick with the turkey, the goose, the ham, this type of thing. Look for good vegetables on the sides, like I say, green bean and almonds. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of very good foods that can be made that are rich in protein and have even good fat. And again, fat is not the problem. This is the canard that's been ongoing for about 35 years, which has caused the issue that we have. If you go back, when you look at the epidemic we have of rising body weights, diabetes, heart disease, this is all due to the low fat when it came in. Fat's not been the issue. It's not the issue with heart disease. It's not the issue with weight. It's the sugars, okay? Humans don't overeat fat in the absence of sugar. If you think about it, you don't drink olive oil. You don't eat sticks of butter, These are things you don't do. You're never going to have a glass of olive oil when you go to a gathering this winter. Mm-hmm. And you won't grab a stick of butter out of the fridge, and you won't look for their can of oleo, to take out. Because again, and those are all fats. And so if fat were the issue, that's what you'd expect to hear. But people don't do that because fat isn't the issue. Sugar is the issue.
And especially during this time of the year, it seems like you just keep, as we've been saying, piling it in and in. So I think, like you said, go in with that plan ahead of time and say, I'm only going to eat 2 of these, so choose your time wisely when you want to eat them.
Absolutely. Picking out, a lot of times if you're going to a gathering, having something to eat to be comfortably full before you go. A lot of times people have the idea that, well, I just won't eat all day. And that way when I get there, well, then inevitably they end up overeating. And so if you have something, again, a burger with a piece of cheese, okay, ahead of time. So you're comfortably full, you get some protein and fat, that you'll be satiated. Now when I get there, it's much easier as I look things over. And it's okay to look for some of those special treats, something you really look forward to, and then just watch the amount.
I think when you say sugars, I think of, cookies, cake, soda. What about like a glass of vino or a beer? I mean, is that a lot of sugar or no?
Sure. Well, we like to look at it. I have a reference we use at the clinic to help patients. We call it the carb store, the sugar store. It's in other words where sugar comes from, because a lot of sugar is actually found in things we don't think of as sugar. We understand that sugar-sweetened beverages, be they juice, Coke, candies, cakes, muffins, pies, that type of thing, that's aisles 6, 7, and 8. Aisle 5, that's alcohol. And absolutely, alcohol is a carbohydrate. It's a liquid carbohydrate. It is simply, you ferment sugars to make alcohol, but it's still liquid carbohydrate. And when we get back, if you want to talk more about the impact of that, alcohols actually have a more deleterious effect on us based on where they cause us to place the body fat, along with some of the other things. And so that, again, it's all about budgeting, as Christy mentioned, kind of picking out the things. It's not that you're not going to have an alcoholic beverage, but maybe you'll have a glass of water or a little diet soda in between each one, so that maybe over the course of 3 or 4 hours you have maybe a couple drinks of alcohol instead of 4.
Should people be coming in then now to kind of set up that appointment with you guys, start making kind of that plan of
We have
how
a
to
lot
eat
of
during
patients.
holidays?
Absolutely, we have a lot of patients that want to start for just that reason. They're thinking, you know, I want to drop weight, I'm going to want to do this, and especially when we're after the holiday. Let's get started now, and we focus on maintaining and not gaining during this period of time, so that.
Well, the one thing that I think you never give yourself enough credit for is you do such a good job of helping people understand what they can eat and when, and it's not a diet, but becomes a lifestyle that I think really empowers you, especially over the holidays, because you know, yeah, I got to mix some proteins in here. So, Doc, thank you very much. Great stuff. FargoMedicalWeightLoss.com, correct? Go to the website, check them out, and give them a call, and stay fit over the holidays. All right, stick around. Much more coming up right after this.